All right, I hear a motion to come out of executive session.
So
First,
moved.
Mr. Gaines, second by Mr. Cross. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, like sign. Let the record reflect no action taken. All right, Mr. Slay, what else we got?
Did you want to mention?
Or do we need to recess to go?
Well,
to
I think we
planning
have,
commission?
we moved the Bernini contract from Thursday to this morning, so we need to have a brief talk about that, whatever that is.
Yeah, be quick.
Yeah, so they're, you know, the lobbying contract terminated at the end of the year. Is that what we were talking about? I don't know that.
The one where?
It was extended, after the first year, it was extended till December, and then y'all were gonna decide if you wanted to continue it, and we did cut some money out of the budget.
Have they proposed anything, or?
No, sir, they've not.
No, but I, can't keep making payments.
Right.
Without a contract.
I don't think we're gonna get a bill. I haven't seen I don't think it's on there.
We're gonna get a bill for all the work they're doing
So
for
we
us.
won't know, we won't know.
No, I think we've already stopped.
We will probably
It's
get
a bill for us.
That's what I'm saying.
January,
We should
in the
have
next
stopped
couple
it.
of days. So we'll clarify on there that there's no January
Building, right.
billing for that flat fee lobbying amount. Just to clarify that that's not there. I don't anticipate that we're gonna get anything. I think they're satisfied right where they are to have work that the board authorizes them to perform, like these litigation services that they do when we have these Fox Bay Homeowner Association, that type of thing. That's the.
So what about the work they're doing for us right now at the state?
Yeah, that's under the original lobbying agreement, and
It's already paid for.
It's taken care of.
Paid for how?
In the
They
previous 6
initiated
months.
the
I know,
service
but
like
we
this
had-
prior
we-
to the end of the contract?
We're not at a, this is one contract fee? We're not doing a monthly
Yes,
deal?
It's
Or annual?
It's under their hourly arrangement with the county.
Okay. So unless we request them to go up and do some work in Washington, they're not?
Correct.
Good,
Okay. All right, I'm good with that.
yeah.
So no action is needed? No action?
That's just advisory, yes.
Let's just watch what's going on at the state level, see if we're getting anything out of it.
If y'all would like, I can ask Trey or whomever to come back on the 15th, and we'll make sure that everybody has a clear understanding about how we're handling it.
Have you had this discussion with?
What is your take on the Mill Creek side and the Washington DC trip? And is that still, we still pushing, I know we're pushing it, but I mean, is that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm working the Mill Creek stuff as daily as I
I
can,
think,
weekly as I can.
truthfully, I think Wagner's a better fit up there anyway. They are in all those circles, if we do anything at all, I personally.
Okay.
All right, anything else for discussion, before we recess into the, planning? You got something, Steve?
No, I'm with you.
Anything else? All right, is there a motion to,
So
does I
moved.
need to recess from this meeting into the next meeting?
Second,
Recess out of this meeting into the planning commission meeting that was recessed till today.
you got a motion by Mr. Bishop, second by myself.
Motion, Mr. Bishop, second, Mr. Morrison, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, motion carries. We are now in the Rankin County Planning Commission
No.
meeting
We
on
was
February
coming out of
the 4th.
executive
Sorry?
You already been out.
Oh,
We're
all
out
right,
here.
We're gonna go out there and
All
stick your head, just make sure he's not floating around out there somewhere. Topic of the discussion is the architecture review of the Dollar General on Highway 468 in the southern part of the county. He wanted to utilize a fiber cement panel as opposed to actual brick or concrete block. I believe there's some concern because there's two other Dollar Generals coming online part of the next 12 to 18 months, and we'll make sure that we're on the same page as far as the precedent we might be setting. Having said all that, what y'all want to do?
Well, after looking at this report we have here and what Carl put out there, the thing is y'all see it real simple. One's got like the brick or split block, like 100-year. Its wind resistance is way greater. The maintenance is way less. I think we just, I think he realizes that's the reason he's not here. Myself, that we weren't going to brick. I mean, going
Be
to that
aware though
type
that
of
this,
brick.
this be aware that this type of composite's coming. I mean, so
Yeah.
the board needs to kind of be thoughtful of that, you know, in certain
Well, you know,
applications.
stucco's here too.
Huh?
You know, stucco was here too.
True.
Hey, tell me though, on the buildings, the other Dollar Generals, they're all four-side brick, are they not?
Not all brick. There's split
No,
block up
backside.
there on that one up there on
it's
25.
three
The Holly Bush
sides.
is all
Split-
brick with
a
one
lot
up
of
there
split
close to your
block
neck of the
completely.
woods, Steve, is split block, isn't it?
But it's all four sides though, right?
Some of there's three, I
Some of them
think.
are three.
Most of them three,
Are they?
Yeah.
Three sides, not the back.
the back, right.
Okay.
Stayed on both.
And you really should go ahead and do all four. You know, it doesn't
Yeah,
cost that much more.
that's what-
You know, but people
Well,
try to
I'm
save
gonna-
those folks about $5,000.
I'm not gonna push the four sides on this one.
Well,
I'm really the
he's
brick
got to
stuff.
re-engine the whole damn thing anyway. So he's
No,
gonna
he
be-
don't. Only thing you gotta do is pour brickledge, isn't it?
I think that way.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't really care. Not my problem.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but
Going
our
forward, he will
crew
know.
did nothing wrong. You know,
Yeah.
he alluded to the
That's
fact
right.
he wasn't told.
Yeah. Going forward, he will know that our planning commission meeting at the site plan review is the time to make that decision.
And Renee told him that, so he is well, or his people that, what God is, somebody dropped the ball.
So what-
But
the
our
motion-
people did not make a mistake. I want you to know that in case you thought.
So we already got it out there, so we're just, do we decline his alternative, or just don't take any action on it, Mr. Slay? We've already approved split block and brick for the site, so.
I think we have to turn him down.
Yeah, you can acknowledge a request to revise the manner of the brick exterior, acknowledge receipt of it, and deny the request to revise it.
Okay, if that's where you wanna do it.
That's
mean-
your motion?
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna leave it. It's split block.
Split block or brick?
Or brick.
On three sides.
Second.
The motion by Mr. Morrison, second by myself. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion carries. All right, we will adjourn.
The planning commission.
Adjourn out of this meeting back into the Board of Supervisors meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn by Mr.
So moved.
Morrison, second by Mr. Gaines? Any discussion? But all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion carries. We are now backing into the Rankin County Board of Supervisors. Is there a motion to recess this meeting?
So move.
One item of additional business. This is to clear up one matter that came up on the 31st, because it's going to impact how the Oak Grove project moves forward. And so I apologize for dragging us back into that. There was so much going on that it just slipped everybody's mind. The $81,000 that we rescinded is, if we continue to take the position that the $81,000 that he earned in performance, if we continue to take the position that we're not going to pay him that, then everything else is academic. There's no reason for us to even go to him and say, we want you to
True.
complete the project.
That's true.
We want you to work with Simmons. We may as well not even entertain that.
That's
We
right.
should just simply say, you're terminated, and then we deal directly with the bonding company, okay? So, we need to get real good clarity about that, because I don't want to continue to cost the county taxpayer dollars paying me and others to start a negotiation process that is completely useless.
Right. It's a mute
And of no
subject, you're
value.
right.
A question, Jay, and Tim, help me out. Chris is not here, obviously, but the initial invoice was for 160, and he pared it back to 80. What
Chris
was
did.
in that 80 that he requested that we chose not to pay?
I don't know the specifics of it, but Chris and I had a conversation about it. What they were doing was, when they bring pipe on the job, it's paid for its stored material. If the pipe is out there, it would be the county's. If the contractor doesn't use it, you're paying a portion. If it costs $100 as a line item to be installed, the material costs maybe $35. They send you an invoice and say, hey, we've got this pipe on site, you pay for stored material. Well, then, when it's installed, you pay for the difference. So you would pay $70 said if it was 100 and it was 30, you'd pay 70. What he had done was he had not backed his stored materials out of his install price. So he was wanting to be paid for it to be stored material and installed. Well, it comes out of stored materials, and so that was the difference, as I understand it from Chris. I don't know if that was all the difference. Chris may have disagreed on something else too, but I think most of it was stored materials on pipe that they had not backed out of the install price.
In other words, there would be nothing legitimate for the contractor to argue that he should be paid for.
Okay.
What got backed out was obviously already paid.
Gotcha.
He'd already been paid to store materials.
All right, I just want to make sure on that.
Okay. So where we are is, guys, we need, I need to know, how do we address the $81,000 that
If
was
he's willing to
approved?
agree to what we want to do, we give him 81.
Yeah, and that could be something that's addressed on the 15th.
Well,
Wouldn't you
you gotta
agree?
address it before
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
gonna wanna know.
Correct.
Before Wednesday?
Yeah, he's gonna wanna know. Am I gonna get my
Yeah.
81?
I just don't want to pay him the 81 before
Well,
Wednesday.
no, I'm just saying, if he's in agreement to allow Simmons
Right.
to go in and he
Right.
just
Yeah,
did
so be it.
whatever that motion was, then we'll go ahead and reauthorize the check on the 15th to cut it.
No,
I would-
I say we give them the check when we got boots on the ground.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
I would propose, at least consider, that the way we handle that is the $81,000 check will be provided as soon as we have a written revised agreement that Simmons will control all of the work moving forward and you will oversee and administer.
Okay.
When we have that written agreement in hand from the contractor, we tender the $81,000 to him. I didn't want to do that.
Do we
Y'all
need to
had
add that?
rescinded it. So we've got to essentially put that part of that piece of the deal back in that same motion. All right? So that y'all are authorizing the payment of the 81.
All right. So I make a motion to amend my
Motion.
motion.
You
Yeah.
got that one, Ms.
Second.
Laura, or Jessica, or you want to do a separate motion?
Jessica and I are going to have
You know,
to.
another
Yeah,
penny.
that's gonna
Right,
be
ain't-
better. You
down
know, might as well add a little more to it, you know?
Yeah, she's going to have to. Yeah. She's going to have to
You're
order
getting paid by the
lunch.
word over there, aren't you?
Are we gonna amend it, or we just gonna add it?
We can do it any way that's simpler for the minutes.
Let's
We
have
could-
clarity, so.
Let's add it.
Oh, okay.
Motion, Mr. Bishop, to add the 81,000 payment contingent upon boots on the ground, or to a written agreement,
Written
written agreement
agreement.
that Simmons will do all work on site, is by Mr. Bishop, second by Mr. Cross. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion carries.
Motion
It's now on
approved.
the agenda. Motion, Mr. Bishop, to approve, second by Mr. Cross. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Motion carries. All right. What else, Mr. Slade?
I'm
it.
sure there's something else.
I would like just one comment on this, and we've already covered it, the brick versus the fiber cement. Just for clarity, they're not the same products, even though they look alike. We had somebody in front of us that told us, after 10 to 15 years, you're gonna need a paint. You're gonna need to do something it's gonna fade. Which
Well,
all
they're 5
materials-
years in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, most all those type materials are the same way. But the thing that is the most important to me is we provided this built-in safety. Brick provides a minimum 1 hour fire resistance rating. This fiber cement cannot meet the 1 hour fire safety resistance. Brick is non-combustible. That's not addressed on the other side. Brick has a resistance to penetration where wind is blowing, say a 2x4, up to 80 miles an hour. The other product can only go up to 25 miles an hour, same 2x4. And we get some tornadoes and storms, straight lines winds that are much greater than 25 miles an hour. I think that the public needs to know that, so that they're not just saying, well, whatever you like may not be what I like. It's not just what I like, it's safety.
What Brian put together here for us, from our bill department, was what I was looking at. That's what
Yeah.
Steve referred
There's
to.
several things.
It
That's-
points out the pros and cons, and it's, this other's by far. I mean, split brick or
Yeah, he
block.
said it wasn't that much price difference, which was really kind of shocked me.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
$10,000 savings. I thought it was more
That's the
substantial.
but it's the re-engineering that he claims, and I don't know whether, I
All right,
can't say.
anything else? Motion
No.
to recess to February 15th.
So moved.
Motion, Mr.
Second.
Bishop, second, Mr. Barnes, any discussion? You're so recessed. Thank y'all, folks. You got stuff to sign, Ms. Janice?